blink of an eye. I'm beamed up, and you're listening to. Hello, and welcome to the Joe Deshays YouTube channel. This episode, we are reading J. Essex, The Creation Series, Book 1, Chapter 11. Lily and Era, clean source spirit having lives. There was no possibility of a physical body holding Lilith's spirit, let alone the spirit of Aramalius. So the singular focal point of each of them would have to be removed. Each of the two focal points had the greatest density of the spirit itself. Each focal point was the strongest part of the spirit. The focal points are called Lily and Era, the new mother and father source spirit. The new format of the focal points is compassion, honor, equality. This is what they, as powerful clean source energy, have learned from having all their lives. Anyone can make a recipe for soup, but it takes someone who understands all the ingredients and how they work together to make a really good pot of it. Similarly, you need to have lives before you can understand how to control their flow, so the spirits can grow properly without creating abusive frequencies or bad tastes in them. More importantly, you have to help others grow in harmony to their own vibrations and not abuse them intentionally. The original first being, male and female, intentionally abused everything to increase the size of each energy field it abused. This way, when the time came, they would be able to put these now larger soulmates together, send them to one of the new universes, and have them release more of their spirit energy, creating more souls than they would have otherwise. Then there would be more souls to worship them. Instead of 1,000,000,000 more new souls, you might get 1,000,000,000,000 more. This was the premise given to Sylvia Browne. Sylvia is a young soul from the fourth wave. In other words, she is a fourth generation human soul. As with many of her young age, the fourth generation, Sylvia needs to learn arrogance, greed, and a few other similar things before moving forward into some of the harder life themes. She also was good about obeying the original male and female. following their orders. I've always thought highly of Sylvia's spirit. She loves information. You have to forcefully yank her out of the Akashic records to get her to do something else from time to time. She always talked about giving praise to a mother and God and a father God. This will not be part of the new creations format. It's time for all parts of creation, physical and spirit, to become aware of who they are, the entirety of their family, and where they're going. Sylvia passed at the age of 77. That number is quite appropriate for her. The number 7 stands for spiritual knowledge. 77 is called the double elder's number, giving it more importance and depth than a singular 7. I never say the word master because it implies the existence of slaves. Oh, excuse me. I believe in neither. I've been a slave more than anyone else. I remember what that's like. What the heck? It works for me. Starting the year 2016, Era will deal with the issues of protection and supplying the energy, the field energy, while Lily will be what she is inside but has never been allowed to be in life. Namely, she will be an incredibly loving mother and will smooth out everyone's lives where possible, often bringing a mother's love where needed. This is not what Era and Lily's initial purposes were. Era and Lily were meant to grow stronger, to abusively control others. But they gained understanding through countless lives, and this allowed them to outgrow their formatting. Lily's first independent focal points last life was that of Marilyn Monroe, a beautiful young lady who, for being a loving mother spirit, was tortured from the time of her birth in the way that would hurt her the most. She was abandoned for 18 hours by her birth mother at 2 weeks and 4 days old, and she was abandoned many times later for over a month at a time. Marilyn Monroe was given a life of abuse through the lack of love. She was also given a body that could not bear children. For a body with loving mother spirit, that's torture. If you could have looked into her eyes, you would have been able to feel her pain. If you could have felt into her heart, you would have been able to understand it. I can't go there long because it breaks me down. I'm in constant contact with her because of the spirit inside me. As I'm Era inside, there is nothing I care more for than Lily, my beautiful, loving, better half. Era has had over 10.846 trillion lives. Lily has had over 8 trillion lives. At this moment, many of Lily's earlier focal points are in energetic healing chambers, recuperating from too many lives of abuse, especially the last billion or so. There is no mother source right now other than a small part of Lily herself. The original first being, male and female, were killed off in May 2013. They were permanently destroyed. Spirit can be destroyed by the protector because it kept growing stronger from all its abusive lives. The protector can also destroy energy itself. This is avoided whenever possible. It's a sad moment in creation's history. Lily's story is very sad. It's little more than a series of lives in which she was continuously attacked by the original male and female. She has a beautiful flow of pure spirit from her eyes, like that of the unicorns, that make people fall in love with her or simply become attracted to her for no reason that they know. This is how Lily led the beings who were half animal and half human into the lower dimensions. This is also the reason why Lily has been wrongly accused of being the great seductress or the mother of demons in the Torah, Bible, and other texts. There was a truth to many of the creatures of Greek mythology. We can discuss these beings in greater detail later. They were in Lemuria and Atlantis first. Many of the female spirits released from Lily and Era have the same eye contact ability. Cleopatra, the one with Mark Antony and Caesar, was one such spirit being. She now resides in Florida. Cleopatra's eyes have a glow that is unmistakable. There are others here on Earth with the same ability as well. Marilyn Monroe was Lily's last life. Her eyes had the same ability. Yet they were also filled with pain and suffering. Once out of body, we're no longer attached to a constant input of emotions. We often forget about how hard it is to deal with these things in body. And we are now aware, even as spirit, of the abusive frequencies that had grown within us once home on the other side. the new frequencies were piling up in all spirits on the other side, and this was becoming a paramount issue. The original first being halves were pleased with the extra growth in the spirits, while in their normal state on the other side. This was wonderful for the original first being halves, as they could now grow spirit energy larger and faster. This meant that they could release even more souls to feed their desire for praise, because they would have all the new souls saying, quote, "Praise Mother and Father God." Era knew where all this was going. He saw the new inherent sickness now plaguing the second dimension, and knew he was being forced to act to protect creation as a whole. He made the decision that he could only protect everything by destroying what was attacking it. He had approached the original mother and father and told them to stop, and that they couldn't do this anymore. Era told them that the bodies they were abusing, attacking, were part of creation, and his protection format demanded he take action. He told them to stop. The original mother told him that the bodies were only served as vehicles to abuse the spirits, to make them larger and stronger. As Era left, he understood what he had to do, and that the original first being, male and female, would never change their minds on this. They were 27.5% negative and had never had lives. He was also tired of all the abuse done to himself, and more importantly, to Lily, his great love. There would come a time when the original first being halves would have to be removed. He knew he would also have to do it while in a body. On the other side, there is a general rule that one never listens to a spirit while it's in a body being abused, as it's not aware of what it's saying due to that abuse. Era would never use this excuse to soften the blow of destroying them in the eyes of all others who did not yet understand the need for creation's new format. This was necessary to protect everything, and no simple thing either. Lily was strong, but she was being hit too hard. She was very strong, but didn't have Era's ridiculously massive fortitude. For her sake, as well as all creation's, Era destroyed the original first being, male and female. Now, he will remove their initial format. of an abusive creation. The final destruction of the original mother and father was in May 2013. In the process, the original angels and many others attacked Era. These angels were little threat to him, but most wouldn't stop attacking him. It was time to deal with them now. They were all offered what they deserved: their freedom, their independence to do whatever they wanted, no longer being servants to anyone. Those who didn't attack Era were given strong source energy. Those who did attack were deleted. Thank you for watching. This is Joe Deshaies, Creation, Book 1 by J. Essex, Chapter 11. Peace out.